The ex-Santa Fe cop who says he was wrongly fired tried to clear up a few things today, insisting that he never said Congressman Ben Ray Lujan was a target of an investigation into drugs and prostitution. But he is not backing down on naming Jerome Block. News 13's Jeff Todd is live in the Newsplex with that story. Jeff?
Dick, the news isn't getting any better for the embattled public regulation commissioner who's already admitted he has a drug problem. The firestorm started during an arbitration hearing yesterday. Ex-Santa Fe police officer James V. Hill believes he wasn't fired for a DWI, that he was fired because he told his bosses he was part of a federal investigation targeting city manager Robert Romero and his ties to cocaine dealers and a prostitution ring.
I never told Deputy Chief Alessio in our conversation that I personally was investigating Congressman Lujan.
But that's not what came out at yesterday's hearing. Twice.
James's words to me were it was a big deal, it could be a regional deal because of a potential that Ben Ray Lujan Jr. was involved.
I heard that there was an investigation regarding a prostitution and drug ring involving several officers, the congressman and myself.
When you try to slander someone's name or make up lies about them, I mean, and how far will people go to make up things or say things that are completely untrue?
Representative Lujan says he's happy to see people backtracking today. Deputy Chief Alessio told a newspaper there was no evidence of Lujan being tied to these investigations, but still insists V. Hill dropped his name. V. Hill thinks she misspoke at the hearing and meant to say this guy's name.
I was conducting a narcotics investigation. I had an informant who was telling me that Jerome Block, he sold cocaine to Jerome Block.
V. Hill said while he was a Santa Fe cop, he tried to investigate the claims against Block, but his sources would not cooperate.
We tried to conduct several investigations into that, but it went nowhere, at which time I gave the case over to another detective in the Santa Fe PD.
We went by Block's office, but he wasn't at work today. V. Hill says the Block investigation started to merge with the investigation into Santa Fe City Manager Robert Romero.
They were hanging out together, that they knew each other. They partied together, but that was from informants, and I can corroborate that.
V. Hill says it was that investigation that got him unjustly fired by Romero.
This was not about getting my job back. This was about doing what's right. I don't know if I want to be a cop in Santa Fe anymore.
The mayor of Santa Fe maintains that the city manager's firing of V. Hill for DWI was justified. Now the union disagrees, wants Romero and the deputy chief fired. Mayor says that's not going to happen. Dick, back to you.
All right, Jeff. Now, V. Hill says he was working with the FBI on the Romero case. The feds have stayed tight-lipped publicly, but sources have told News 13 there is an ongoing investigation involving politicians.